Gather round, chillins. I want to talk about backpacks. No, this isn't a new one. Shut up. It's not. Stop it. It's not even. You didn't even guess right, so you're wrong. Got the. Oof. Man, I filled this one to capacity. Got right here the Mr. Ranch Street Fighter. This is 16 liters, and I took this sucker to the grocery store because the 25-liter coolie was loaded up, and I did not feel like loading out all of the stuff that I had in there, and the only thing that I had in there this time was a water bladder of 2 liters. Ditched the water bladder because I was only going half mile up and then half mile back, mile round trip to the grocery store. Yes, I walked to the grocery store. Why? Because I'm not a little bitch do push-ups. You know, you can walk a mile. There are people out there who would trade their right hand to be able to walk again, so don't you ever fucking take that shit for granted. Still have my earbuds in, so I was listening to some ska. See if I can, like, loop that back down. Oh, no, this is gonna get funky. Yeah. Real Big Fish informs me that everyone is an asshole. Everyone else, besides me, anyway. So anyway, I wanted to make a quick video to talk about storage capacity. You know what, I just realized I'm also wearing... Woof! It's all cold and bitter and misting outside, but inside it's nice and warm. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video to kind of hammer home one of the points that I make in some of my other hiking gear reviews, which is that I feel like minimalism while hiking is kind of chic. I don't want to say chic. It's more or less just considered like socially acceptable, I guess. There was some Twitter post. I don't ever go on Twitter, but there was a... I don't know, maybe it ended up on a site that I frequented, like Tickled, for a while. Anyway, there was a post of some dude, I think it was a blue check, and it said something like, to the guy with 2 Trek poles and the, you know, and the big backpack with the, and he actually specifically said the bladder hose. And I'm like, okay, because people who don't want to take off their backpacks to hydrate don't need to hydrate. Okay. Anyway, he said, you need to calm down, you know, you're only, you know, me and my daughter managed to, I mean, he said daughter, but I think what he meant was his girlfriend's boyfriend's daughter. You know, my daughter managed to do that same trail with, you know, flip-flops and a Barbie, you know, in her hand, dragging along a Barbie. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, he doesn't even know where the guy was going, you know, what trail that guy was going to end up on, how far he was going to take it for, is he going up the mountain, is he going one of the death trails? You don't even know. Every single park has shitty easy trails for you and your crappy spawn, and then also has harder trails. One of the big changes that Tolstoy went through is going from a more of a peacocky kind of guy to more of a gray man kind of guy. And then one of the elements, I guess, of that is basically to look like you're not carrying, like, you know, the 3-day assault pack, you know, into a pretty light hike. Because I do a lot of light hikes. There's a lot of parks that I'll have to settle for because, you know, I don't always have I don't always have the money to, you know, take a plane out to Yosemite. I can't always go out to Yellowstone. I mean, I wish I could, but, you know, you guys won't, you know, nobody has made the $500 pledge on Patreon for me to get trashed with them, so anyway. So, I guess after getting the 25-liter coolie, I kind of noticed the very simplistic, very minimalist, lightweight design of the Street Fighter, which I still like. I didn't even look at the liters, though. I was just like, that. And I ordered it, and I still really like this, and this has served me on some pretty wicked adventures. Crowder's Mountain was nothing to sneeze at, and I definitely made it through with this. However, anyone who knows me knows that, like, you know, I want multiple uses for my backpack, son, and one of those is to fetch groceries. I mean, heaven forbid, you might actually have to carry more things than you knew you were going to need to carry today. And I just wanted to make a point about how little 16 liters can be stretched. So this was my grocery run, and I guess it was better that I didn't spend more money, considering all things, but I just wanted to show you what 16 liters kind of looks like in terms of groceries. You know, and actually though, I got my scale over there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh myself first, just to show you what kind of weight this thing even has in it. Alright, so I just weighed myself wearing this, and shoes and everything, that registered at 188. My weight is about 165, 166, depending. So in essence, that's a little over 20 pounds. So that's really not that much stuff to carry with you. And remember, this doesn't have any water in it. So if you were hiking and you needed this much stuff with you, and then, as it turns out, you also needed to carry, I always carry at least 2 liters of water. You need to carry at least 2 liters of water. I had a park ranger stop me and say, do you have at least 2 liters of water? Because he saw which trail I was going on, and he didn't feel like fetching my corpse that day. So, this is Sans the water. First off, the little medicine pouch, and I like really gambled. I was like, is this gonna work? And I was like, oh, surprising. The medicine pouch, can of soup. That is Amy's Organic French Country Vegetable, which is the only Amy's Organic that I like, but it's amazing. BPA free. Oh, wait, I still had medical supplies in here? Ah, shoot, dog. I might have been able to fit something else in there. Oh, well. This was pretty stripped down. On the Nalgene pockets, we got another soup. So, altogether, that's 3 soups. There are 3 more soups in here. Same brand, same everything. I really like this brand, Bare Naked. It does not, this flavor at least I know, does not contain soy. Most granola products you're going to find contain soy. If you find that you've accidentally consumed soy, you can actually, depends on which state you're in, but you can purchase a firearm, like a handgun. I recommend really high caliber, like .357, to make sure that your brains are just completely blown out. To assure that, you know, just to assure that they can't bring you back and make you like some kind of worker drone. I'm sure that they're working on that soon to make Walmart checkers some kind of soy-powered fucking RoboCop shit. Anyway, I really like Bare Naked. Granola is high in fiber, it's good complex carbohydrates, and it actually boosts testosterone. Fuck you. Superfood. What are you gonna do about it? Boom, another can of soup. Another can of soup. Can of soup! So that's 6 soups. That'll do me for 6 nights. Maybe I don't eat a soup every single night. We'll see. Package of cheese. It's easy, you know, you can make tortillas in a damn microwave. Yeah, I'm pretty disgusting. I'm like a cockroach creature. I mean, Kafka is literally in my username. What? Alright. We got the thing of orange juice. It's just one of those things that I can't get by without. Thing of orange juice. So, that is literally all the groceries that I got. Now, I did buy some shoes because my shoes were falling the fuck apart. And I walked up to the plaza where I knew there was also shoes for sale. So, bought some new, look at these. Look at these. The one here was leaking, and that's because there's literally a hole in the bottom where it's just gone straight through into the little, like, Dr. Scholl's sole. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really liked those shoes. I literally worked in them, I've worked out in them, and I've even done, like, bouldering in them, and obviously a shit ton of hiking, but after a year and a half, they're pretty trashed. Needed some new shoes, just wore the shoes out and put those in my backpack, and the only other thing that I could manage to fit was my rain gear, because it was looking like it might come down out there. And that's it! So, with only 16 liters, I really didn't manage to bring home much food. Now just imagine that little food or supplies with you if you wanted to go on a hike for a couple of days. And trust me, I used to think that I used to have this, like, very lightweight, I don't know how to put this, I used to have this like fantasy about being like the super efficient, super lightweight, super gray man hiker that, you know, because you've seen how small, I should probably one day show it, I'm going to do a review of it. Back when I had way more pledges in Patreon money, one of the first things that I bought was a really high grade hammock, because I want to get into camping. I've actually never spent the night in a forest. I mean, I have when I was a kid, but I guess that doesn't count, you know, and I'm trying to reteach myself all of these skills as an adult, that some of which my father just didn't teach me because, like, you know, he wasn't a hunter. Other skills he did try to teach me, and it just didn't absorb because I was like 8. You know what I mean? We used to do a lot more camping when I was a kid. We used to go fishing in the Shenandoah River. Yeah, well, I was 8, man, so I don't remember any of that. So I'm trying to, like, fix that. Anyway, long story short, you know, I was thinking to myself, well, this has a little bit of MOLLE on the bottom. I can probably use that to attach this really lightweight, the thing is only yay big when all folded in, you know, hammock, and I could carry, like, you know, and I keep on looking at it while it's empty, and I'm just like, well, yeah, you could fit, like, you could fit enough food for a couple of days in there. This could definitely work for a couple of nights over in the fort. Like, no, it can't, man! Like, this is straight up just, like, limited to very light day hikes. It is very cool and slim looking, but sometimes, like, you know, I see people on these, like, easy-looking trails with, like, the full loadout, you know, the armor of God or whatever. I could be a judgmental, you know, blue check Twitter limp wrist going, Or I could acknowledge the fact that they might be doing a much longer stretch of an easy trail. They might be taking an easy trail to a way harder trail. They could be spending overnight. They might be training for a ruck. I've literally seen dudes coming out of Uwharrie who are dressed in full combat gear, and I didn't understand why at the time, and now I understand that they were training for a forced march. Speaking of which, one of the other reviews that I might be doing is of the weighted vest that a lady actually gifted to me when she found out that I was going to be trying to do a forced march. I made a post about this on Facebook. I really overestimated the weight that I had put into it. I thought that each one of the sandbags was like 10 pounds, maybe 15, and that calculated out to be 60 pounds. As it turns out, it's only 10, therefore it calculates out to 40 pounds. And I only went 7 miles with 40 pounds in the vest, and, you know, however much 2 liters of water weighs in this thing, and damn. Maybe my back muscles are just really weak, but that really knocked me on my ass. So I definitely got to train up for that, because that's one of the goals that I'm going to be tackling in the near future. It's one of my fitness goals that I want to get down with. So I might as well, like, show off the vest. It's like a shitty Walmart vest, but hey, you know, it was free. I can talk about it. Maybe you'll enjoy it. I can use that to, you know, fluff out my YouTube channel. You know, that nobody's watching. Well, time to put all these groceries away. My apartment looks like shit. I look like shit.